Hey Aquarius, welcome to July 2019. Okay, so I am getting the impression, I'm getting the sense that what we need to talk about is what you don't want to talk about, because we had the Eight of Cups try to pop out, and I had to pull it out. It was there, it went back in. I was like, no, we're talking about this. So something has reached its end, okay? If the eclipse is trying to push something out of your life, the eclipse around July 2nd and around the 20th. So if you're finding that you want to move on from something emotionally, but you can't pull yourself to do that, remember that you have free will, of course, Aquarius, but something has run its course. The eclipse season was pushing some energy out, and the more you resist it, the more disastrous and harmful it's going to be come the next eclipse, which is at the end of the month and then six months later, okay? That's like kind of like the finale of it. So you might as well just flow with the energy now. This month is all about new beginnings. So you want to create space for that in your heart for something new to begin. But something has absolutely run its course. It's dead. You've waited a long time. You've put enough energy into it. You put enough love, and it fueled you for a little bit, but now, you know, it's just dead, and it's almost like you kind of need to save yourself by cutting off the loose ends here, that kind of dead weight. All right, so Aquarius, this month is a focus on your business, so the work that you've done and what you've created. The obstacle and the aid is what you've put out there, so all about manifesting this month. And it makes sense because, you know, I have my moon in Aquarius, and I just got this book called The Divine Law of Compensation by Marianne Williamson, and it's already been incredible. This is really the month to focus on your finances. Create that budget. Start to see where you're flowing energy out. You know what I mean? Like, actually look at your bank statement and be like, okay, you know, how many transactions for McDonald's? How many times am I going to pay McDonald's with my energy, right? Because what you put out there, you get back times 3. So really looking at your bank statements and be like, okay, this is where I can stop spending energy. This is where I can start putting energy, and just creating something that is going to fuel your future. You know, somebody just posted something online, and this is where I get my inspiration from, it seems. But they said, you know, there's 6 months left to the year, or 5 months left to the year. If you save $300 a week, so that's, you know, cutting back on alcohol or weed or cigarettes or, you know, clubbing, whatever you do that is costing you like $300, it'll equal to, by the end of the year, they were like, it'll equal like $10,000. And I was like, wait, does that math make sense? And like, actually, when you look at it, you know, I was spending $200 a month at McDonald's, and it's crazy, right? Like, so really looking at your energy output and your energy input is going to be incredible for your business and your sense of security this month, because subconsciously you're creating something. Something is new. You're fertile with energy. You want to put something out there, but you're going to need that safety net. You're going to need a little bit of money when you really need it to market and to promote back into what you want to create. So it's important to kind of pull from this energy here, that energy there, to create some sort of a new source of income, a new sense of security, because what you create is going to need a little bit of backup. It's going to need a little bit of that energy there. So a lot of changes going on right now, Aquarius, a lot of huge changes. That eclipse, right? It kind of just blew through and said, nope, this isn't for you anymore. Nope, this isn't for you anymore. You know, and just really does it in an incredible way. I'll be honest with you guys, I just had a miscarriage, and the only reason why I was kind of okay with that was because of the eclipse. I'm like, okay, obviously that soul was not meant to stay, you know, like, obviously, right? So it kind of just makes things okay, right? It kind of just justifies an ending, and then it doesn't feel as hard anymore, because you're like, oh, you know, I believe in astrology, so why wouldn't I believe that if the eclipse is pushing an energy out, that it's not meant to serve my highest good, right? So this is really that month to pull back into your faith. The good thing about focusing on your finances is that you have the tangible kind of energy, and then you can marry that with your subconscious and emotional energy. So the intangible and the tangible combine, and you can kind of like work with it, and it becomes more pliable that way. So Aquarius, you guys have kind of been in hermit mode, just really focusing on yourself. There is some stress about finances. There is some stress about money, but like I said, once you print out your bank statement and actually go through it, and maybe download a banking app, once you actually look at your finances, you're richer than you think, right? And you're like, wow, I've been kind of like frivolous. My mom, she doesn't have any Aquarius in her chart, but she spends like $50 a week on a lottery ticket. Like $50 a week. I was looking at my father-in-law. How much you spending on beer? You're looking at a whole new boat by the end of the year if you quit drinking. Little things like that. I understand that, we need our escapes. We need our little things that make life enjoyable, but it's just sacrificing for this month, especially just for this month, to make sure that you have what you truly need for your highest good, which is the money, the support to put into this creative endeavor. Okay. So family and friends, we have Queen of Pentacles here. That's a female earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This person is definitely going to help you understand your finances. So if you find that you need help, go to this earth sign, especially Taurus energy. But earth signs are so good with money. Usually they understand money. Sometimes they can have a little bit of a spending problem, but they do understand money. So it is important to at least get advice from them. You don't have to use their advice, but even if, just say you recognize that this earth sign is actually horrible with money, get their advice and then do the exact opposite. Okay, how did you get here, mom? Why are you mortgage poor? Tell me your steps, and then do the exact opposite, right? Okay, hope and fear is the Four of Pentacles. So this is interesting. I actually love Aquarius energy, especially Moon Aquarius. We are rebels without a cause. A lot of the times we rebel against a system and it doesn't really make sense. Okay, so for instance, I made the connection between my finances, and when I was 18 years old, the bank said, hey, you want a credit card? Here. And I still haven't been able to pay it off because of interest in 10 years, right? So what I realized was I'm rebelling against banking institutions. I don't bank, I keep my money like locked away in my house. I have no support and no trust when it comes to banking institutions, and I'm rebelling against them as a way to kind of sting them, but I end up stinging myself because, credit shot and can't get a mortgage or something like that. So where have you rebelled when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your power? That is just really your Aquarius talking. And a lot of the times we rebel when it comes to just being superficial and materialistic. Saying, I don't want to be like the rest of them. I want a thrift store shop, but then I overspend at the thrift store and have to throw it out in a day because it's crap, right? So where have you been rebelling when it comes to your finances as a way to make you feel special and unique? Because that is something, especially as a Moon Aquarius, they need to kind of buy things in order to make them feel unique and special, but it ends up just being disastrous to their financial health, right? So where have you been rebelling when it comes to your money? Even if it's just rebelling when it comes to financial literacy, saying, I'm not going to look at my bank statements. I just spend because, I want to. So get real about it, right? Get kind of adult. That's what Saturn retrograde is really pulling us all to do, is to get more responsible and to get more serious. And the first step is the tool, aka of money, right? Like money isn't the end all be all. It's that tool. It's that never ending source. So it's all about working with that flow, working with that energy, positive affirmations, constantly spending money in positive ways. Like when you're shopping, if they ask you to donate $1 to sick kids, yeah, you're going to donate $1 while you're shopping at, Guess for, for a $200 pair of bike shorts, right? Like you can spend that extra dollar. And what that does is it shows the universe that the more that you have, the more you're willing to give to others that are less fortunate. And then the universe loves that crap. So they're like, here's more. So the outcome, Aquarius, for your July 2019 is that your hermit mode has made you feel incredibly powerless, but actually what your hermit mode has done is it brought you a level of strength. So now that you have this level of power, now that you have this level of powerlessness to that hermit mode, so feeling like you have to be hermited, that is actually giving you a hidden blessing. It felt like that alone time was very isolating, but Aquarians need alone time. You guys are kind of you guys are like the loners of the zodiac in a way, and that's because you're for the people. You're everybody's best friend, but you're your own best friend, right? So you needed to kind of get back in touch with your friendship with yourself, and now you have this incredible strength in order to go out into the business world and implement that alone time in a positive way, because the changes are still affecting you in a major way. You have that creative energy, but emotionally you got to move on from something. You got to let something go in order to really embrace this, okay? Love you, Aquariuses, so much. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, share if you want a personalized reading. Details are below, and I love connecting with you guys, so let's chat. Bye, Aquarius. Hope you have an amazing summer, and I will see you next month.